I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think there's definitely different, approaches to any element of our health, and sleep is included. Like an acupuncturist is going to have one approach, a naturopath is going to have another. For me, I have quite a holistic view. I mentioned before, I combine, nutrition, psychology, sleep psychology, and essentially, physiology or fitness. So my approach is to utilize the science in each of those elements. So, for example, things like, I know that a lot of people talk about it, but it's something that I appreciate is the impact of blue light, and also the impact of caffeine, and the impact. So those are the things that sleep saboteurs, and then you can look at sleep strategies. But I, instead of drawing from Western medicine for my sleep strategies, I really look to Eastern medicine and holistic remedies, such as how can we improve sleep via natural herbs. There's, like, I recommend ashwagandha, reishi mushrooms, definitely ancient herbs that we have scientific evidence that they improve sleep, and we can leverage this alongside things like optimizing nutrition. There's specific nutrient groups which, if you are deficient in, for example, vitamin D, if you're deficient in magnesium, omega 3s, you will have sleep problems, because all of these nutrients are necessary for the production of melatonin and or the general calmness of the body, as in the case of magnesium. And so I look at that perspective, but then I also include, all right, so psychologically, what's going on there? What belief systems do we have around sleep? Are we saying to ourselves every day that, oh, I'm a bad sleeper. I'm always been a bad sleeper. My parents were bad sleepers. I'm always going to be a bad sleeper. So I approach it from different lenses, and appreciate that what's right for one person isn't necessarily right for another person. However, there are overall guidelines that you can utilize from those elements. So, for example, I've got a signature bedtime routine which has, for 100% of my private clients, they've all seen improvements in less than 7 days when they've used it. And that process is to block out blue light before bed, at least 2 hours before bed. Then using lavender oil capsules, which have been found in clinical studies to improve anxiety by 45, sorry, to reduce anxiety by 45%, which was the equivalent of the anxiety reduction of a benzodiazepine, which is a sleeping pill, which reduced anxiety by 46%. Then disconnecting from tech 1 hour before bed, having a shower, as this produces melatonin. This promotes melatonin production when your core body temperature drops. Then you've got having a magnesium-based sleep supplement. It reduces anxiety by 31%. Then reading a book, this focuses your mental attention into something that into a specific direction, rather than just allowing it to run all over the place. And then you've got using an eye mask that blocks out that light, which, remember, light is the number one factor to control your circadian rhythm in terms of physiological measures. So if there's one thing that you're going to do that's effective for sleep, it's reduce light, and that includes during the night. So as you can see, like, that approach for that's my recommended bedtime routine, and that appreciates a little bit of psychology, a little bit of nutrition, a little bit of holistic health, and it sort of wraps it up into one nice digestible package that, although there's 7 steps, realistically, when you look at that, okay, well, blocking out blue light, that's you shut off some lights and you put some blue light glasses on, that takes 2 seconds. Taking a lavender oil capsule or magnesium, that takes 1 minute. Like, each of those steps is really simple, and the reason why I feel like my clients and people have such great results is because it is simple and you can follow it every night, and it's not so complicated. And I think that when it comes to, having solutions, they need to be accessible, they need to be actionable, and they need to be available to anyone. I would hate to recommend sleep solutions that are really expensive. I didn't grow up with a lot of money, so I wouldn't want to suggest something. Okay, yeah, you can fix your sleep, but you've got to go and pay $10,000 for something. No, all of these things that I recommend that are backed by science are really affordable and really, accessible. And that's something that's really important to me, because I want to not just help the people that have money, but help people that everyone.